5:50, we are waking up to a gorgeous sunrise all across southern Colorado on this Tuesday morning, Alan.
Mother Nature taking out her brush and doing this, painting a spectacular sunrise photo. This is a live shot from our Pueblo studio cam, and we're looking good as well here in the Springs. Not seeing as many colors over Pikes Peak, but looking off to the east outside the window here in the Weather Center, we are seeing some of those pretty and brilliant pinks, oranges, and yellows. If you snap a photo, if you see something pretty, send it to the weather team. We love to see that stuff. Best way to do it, find me on social media or just email the weather team, weather@KOAA.com. All right, it is a mild start to your Tuesday morning here. Look at these numbers. Upper 50s in Monument, the Springs, 60s right now for Canyon City, down south into Walsenburg and Trinidad, and many areas running quite a bit warmer than the same time yesterday. Some areas as much as 10 to 15 degrees warmer from Canyon City and the Banana Belt region all the way out into the Wet Mountain Valley. Now, part of the reason for the warmth is the cloud cover, but also the wind. And those two things combined haven't allowed for efficient radiational cooling like what we typically see in the morning hours. So we're mild this morning, but we return to above average temperatures today, driven by high pressure to our east and strengthening southwest flow in response to the strong area of low pressure that will be moving through the Great Basin. Now that low is going to strengthen the wind today, with further strengthening of those winds as we make our way into Wednesday. Finally, by Thursday morning, most of the strong wind moves east, leaving us behind with some cooler mid to late week temperatures. All right, take a look at Futurecast wind gusts today. Winds are going to be strongest down into the San Luis Valley, southeastern mountains, and adjacent southern I-25 corridor. Those gusts around 35 to 45. Gust here closer to home, probably around 25 to 35 miles an hour. Now, we won't see much weakening tonight of the wind in the mountains. Everyone else will get a brief break. And then on Wednesday, the wind really strengthens. Those southwest winds screaming to around 50 miles an hour tomorrow from Alamosa to Saguache, with gusts even here in the Pikes Peak region as strong as 35 to 45 miles per hour. So that southwest Chinook wind is going to drive temperatures to near record-setting territory today. Our high in the Springs, 84. That could be warm enough to tie a record. I'll show you that here in just a moment. First, another check of today's allergy report. Tree pollen on the high side, grass pollen also an offender, moderate amounts of that. Now here's that super 7-day forecast. There's the record reference on Tuesday. I think today's high could tie it, maybe break it if we get even warmer than that. And then we see a duo of cold fronts on Wednesday that'll drop us down to the low 70s. 60s on Thursday, back to the 70s starting on Friday. For Pueblo, hot and breezy today, windy and cooler on Wednesday, still breezy and comfortable with a high of around 74 on Thursday. Wind, the big story here in the short-term period for Canyon. Moisture does return towards the tail end of the 7-day, but I think Saturday stays dry for us. Sunday, can't rule out a few spotty hit or miss showers. Woodland Park, energy from that low could bring us a rain shower on Thursday. Most of it would stay west into the mountains, but at least a 20 to 30% chance of that, so a mention. And then by the weekend, we do see increasing thunderstorm chances, especially by Sunday afternoon. Time now, 5:52.